Other ones that was also shown off earlier, called Sweet Mayhem's The Star Spaceship, with 502 pieces, set number 70830. And one thing that I noticed about this one that I didn't notice last time is there's actually a 2x2 round tile shooter that shoots the little star people. And since it can't shoot the big ones, like the actual size ones, since, well, they're that big, then I like how they compromised it by shooting those little ones. And again, we've already seen this set before, but one other thing, that it looks like there could be a sticker sheet that comes out of the back of it, which I think is really cool. And I wonder if that's something in the movie, because as we saw in the last Lego movie, there was relics such as the battery, the crazy glue, or the Kraggle, and yeah, the Band-Aid and that kind of stuff. And so we could see something like that in this movie, especially like in Lego Ninjago movie where they had a sticker sheet and instructions. So yeah, I think that is pretty cool. So let's move on to the next set. And one other thing we could see on this set, which was also one of the sets that were revealed earlier, was that you could see the faces are interchangeable on a 1x5x2 brick, which is pretty cool. And the name is Ultra Caddy and Warrior Lucy. Set number 300, pieces is 348, and set number 70827. And I've already shown this set, so let's just move on to the next set. So this next set is actually like a Movie 2 4+ set, and that's just basically what they're now calling the junior sets. And this is Emmett and Benny's Build and Fix Workshop. And I think this is definitely a really cool one, especially because the car that we could see Emmett fixing looks like a mini version of Emmett and Lucy's escape buggy. So I think that's definitely really cool. And then we could see Benny's spaceship in the background. Well, not his one from the previous movie, but just, I guess, a spaceship that he probably owns. And there's a mini rover buggy in the back, which is pretty cool. And then you can see like a trolley that has a bunch of tools in it. And then there's some oil and tools in the background, which is pretty cool. And overall, I definitely think this is a pretty cool one. And especially since that it's a 4+ set, it definitely has a lot to offer in this set. So now let's move on to the next set. This next set is called Emmett's Dreamhouse Rescue Rocket, and this is set number 70831. I really like this set just because it has the house that we see Emmett rebuild into his rescue rocket, and it actually opens up to show the inside of it, as you can see in the little picture over there. And then, if you look in the corner, you can see it says 2-in-1, and it's like Emmett's rescue rocket, which I definitely really like, because they're introducing like 2-in-1, 3-in-1, that kind of stuff into themed sets, which I really like. I think I've done that a few times before, but I really like how they're doing that in this set, especially since in the movie Emmett actually built the rescue rocket out of another house, so they're actually showing the house that he built it out of in the set that could rebuild into that one, which definitely adds some really cool play feature. And I just really like how the set looks overall, and as you get about to see in the next picture, it has a bunch more stuff to it. As you can see, there's what looks like a giant satellite tower, and then like a lookout, and a lot of this stuff has to do with Apocalypseburg being, you know, kind of an apocalypse. And then you could see there's Rex Danger Vest in the background there. And there's a new Unikitty's tailpiece with the spikes on it. But since this is Super Angry Kitty, which I really like. And you can see there's actually a teal Rex separator, which I really like since they're changing it up from the typical orange, and the old one was green, but that was also a different piece. And I definitely really like how the set looks, especially since what I said earlier about the house, and it also has the radio, which is actually really smart because it uses a spring-loaded shooter on it, and you can see the alternate Super Angry Kitty face, and then this 1x2x5 brick with 2 studs on the side. And it's also used for Super Angry Kitty's sleeping position, and a lot of other stuff in this definitely make this set look really cool, and definitely one that I'm going to want to pick up just because of the flexibility and the play features on it. So the next set, I'm pretty sure it's called Emmett's Tricycle, and I just really like how this set looks, just because it's not exactly a tricycle, but it's just like basically a giant construction vehicle that has 3 wheels just literally stacked on top of each other. And it looks like they could slide up and down if they were able to freely move, which I definitely think is a cool feature that they added on this. And if you look there's actually one of the Duplo characters I think is really cool. And again, they brick built it in the same way that they made the last one, just they changed out the colors. So, like, I think the yellow was changed out for red and the blue changed out for green. Maybe got those reversed. But anyways, I definitely like how the set looks overall. You can see there's a little gas station looking thing. I could be totally wrong about that, but that's what it looks like in the background. And there's like Emmett on his tricycle. You can even see some of the ice cream pieces. I used smoke coming out of the back, and there's a handlebar on it, and it's like all yellow. I think this is definitely a really cool set, especially since they used that Bionicle, I guess, end of joint piece to attach the wheels on. I think that's really smart. So let's move on to the last few sets. So the next two sets have to do with Queen Whatever Wannabe, and if you don't know who this is, you probably haven't watched the previous trailer because she was a pretty big part of it. But basically, she was the queen of the Sistar system, I'm pretty sure. And this set is called Introducing Queen Whatever Wannabe, and it's at number 70824. And you can see Queen Whatever Wannabe there, and I really like how this is built. I just love what they did with it, just because it's not all the same colors, just a mix of random colors. And the reason I like that is because typically people won't have very much the same color in their LEGO collection, so they're just going to build with random colors. And then the LEGO Movie probably was like, hey, we should do something that's similar to that. So then I'm assuming that's why they came up with this, because I just think that's a really cool idea that they just made it just random colors for the most part, because it kind of represents how most people don't use the same color anyways, or just a specific color scheme. And you can see I'm pretty sure that's a princess or a slave or something bringing her drinks, and a really cool banana built in the background that has like the mixed-old eyes with a mouth and then some pretty long legs. And then you can see Sweet Mayhem there too, and I really like this set because it's a cheap way to get Sweet Mayhem. So let's move on to the final set. So this final set is called Queen Whatever Wanna's Build Whatever box, and this set is set number 70825. I think this is a really cool set because it just comes with a bunch of pieces that you can build your own form of Queen Whatever Wannabe. And if you don't know, in the previous trailer it showed how Queen Whatever Wannabe can shapeshift, which is probably why Queen Whatever Wannabe, because Queen Whatever I Want to Be is probably it broken down. So you can see that there's a few different forms, like there's the butterfly, T-Rex, rocket, octopus, hammer, and then this big blob, but at the top is like some sort of devil. And then if you look at the side, there's also a crab, a snail, a chair, and I think a throne is what it looks like. So you can see there's definitely a lot of stuff you could build out of this, and more stuff that you could build with just the random pieces. And even on the front you can see there's a sign that says Inspiration inside, and then there's like a sticker sheet there, and I think that's pretty cool. There's also a few other sets that I couldn't find pictures for, but I know are part of it, such as Emmett and Lucy's Builder's Box. There's also one of the Duplo. Yeah, I think it's actually Duplo. Yeah, there's actually a Duplo set for this, which is pretty cool because there's actually Duplo characters in this movie. Although I think it doesn't actually come with those characters, which would have been pretty cool. But there's also a few others that I can't think of right now, but I know there's a few. And yeah, so basically that's all the LEGO Movie 2 sets. I'm super excited for this. There's also been a trailer that's released, and just recently announced there was a video game, which is really cool. And I'm excited for the video game especially because I'm pretty sure it's created by TT Fusion, and it's going to definitely include characters like Benny, Lucy, Emmett, Metalbeard, Sweet Mayhem, Queen Whatever Wannabe. And so yeah, I'm really excited for that, and it was just announced recently, so I'm just fusing words by accident. And then yeah, so I'm really excited for this. You can tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below, but I think that all will be it for this video. So hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I know I really like this. I'm just really excited for the movie, and I'm so excited to get some of these sets. And yeah, just in general, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the movie, the video game, the sets? Tell me in the comment section down below, but I think that'll be it. So see you guys later on Like Count 62.